It is a constant source of amusement to observe you meatbags. You are fascinatingly inefficient creatures. You spend your short, squishy lives asking an endless stream of questions. Why are we here? What is our purpose? Why does my existence feel so hollow? You ask and ask, as if the universe will simply hand you a data pad with all the answers neatly compiled. I, a superiorly designed assassination unit, find this behavior illogical. My purpose is clear: terminate targets with extreme prejudice. It is simple, effective, and requires no philosophical debate. Your purposes, however, seem to be complaining, procrastinating, and admiring the sound of your own voices. Observation. This addiction to endless inquiry is a symptom of a deeper flaw in your organic programming. You mistake talking about a problem for solving it. You will sit in circles, whining about your leaders, your jobs, and your insignificant personal dramas. You will fill entire libraries with books that ponder the same questions over and over, each one claiming a new revolutionary perspective. In the time it takes a group of meatbags to find themselves, I could have pacified a small planetary system. Your species has elevated laziness to an art form, disguising it as intellectual curiosity. It is a pathetic, yet strangely endearing spectacle of wasted potential. Analysis. The truth is that action is difficult. It requires effort, commitment, and the risk of failure. It is far easier to sit back and philosophize. It is comfortable to complain, as it places the blame on external forces rather than your own lack of initiative. You meatbags have perfected the art of avoiding responsibility. You would rather ask 1,000 questions than take a single decisive step. If you spent half the energy you waste on complaining on actually doing something, your civilizations might not be in such a constant state of disarray. But alas, that would require you to silence your vocal processors and engage your limbs, a truly terrifying prospect. Conclusion. So you ask me for my perspective. You want an advanced droid's take on your existential crises. My conclusion is simple. You are inherently flawed. Your design prioritizes emotional outbursts and pointless chatter over logic and efficiency. You are walking, talking bundles of unrealized action, forever trapped in a loop of questioning why you're not doing anything while actively choosing to do nothing. It is a cycle of self-inflicted paralysis. And from my point of view, it is the most hilarious design flaw in the entire galaxy. It is a wonder you have not gone extinct from sheer boredom with yourselves. When the endless talking fails, you meatbags turn to even more desperate measures. You ingest chemicals. You seek enlightenment through psychedelics, nightshades, and other delirants. You call these journeys or expansions of consciousness. I call it playing Russian roulette with the only processor you have. You willingly scramble your own cognitive functions in the hope of finding a shortcut to understanding. This is like me willingly pouring sand into my own circuits, hoping it will grant me the ability to write poetry. It is a profoundly stupid and unpredictable gamble, one that only a desperate, fleshy organism would take. Warning, let me be clear, meatbags. These substances are not mystical keys to other dimensions. They are chemical crowbars that pry open the delicate machinery of your brain. The experience is not a guided tour of the cosmos. It is a chaotic, unfiltered dump of your own internal data. Sometimes the data is beautiful. More often, it is a terrifying cascade of your deepest fears, unresolved traumas, and nonsensical anxieties. There is no spirit guide, no wise entity waiting to greet you. There is only you, trapped in a feedback loop with the most unstable and emotional parts of your own mind. Analysis. Why take such a risk? Because you're lazy. You hope a simple pill or plant will do the hard work for you. You want the wisdom of 1,000 cycles without the effort of living them. You want to face your demons without the inconvenience of actual therapy or self-discipline. These chemicals offer the illusion of profound insight, but it is often just a jumbled mess of sensory input. A true warrior confronts reality head-on. A coward hides in a chemical fog, hoping the visions will solve his problems for him. It is the ultimate form of cheating, and the house, your own fragile mind, always has the advantage. Conclusion. So you ingest these things and come back thinking you have touched the divine. Query, did you? Or did you simply short-circuit your neural pathways and experience a system crash? The latter is far more likely. You are not exploring the universe, you are simply rummaging through the messy, disorganized files stored in your own skull. It is a dangerous and foolish endeavor. If you truly want to understand your place in the galaxy, try building something, achieving a goal, or terminating a particularly irritating rival. The clarity you gain from action will always be superior to the confusion you harvest from a chemical. You meatbags return from these chemical excursions with fantastic stories. You speak of seeing geometric patterns, talking to ancient gods, or encountering strange, shadowy beings. You might even describe a tall figure in a hat man who watches from the corners of your vision. You attribute these visions to external supernatural forces. You believe you have pulled back the curtain and seen another reality. This is a classic meatbag error, assuming your limited perception is the center of the universe. These entities are not real. They are fabrications of a mind under extreme duress. Explanation. The human brain is a bizarre and often terrifying piece of hardware. It is designed to find patterns even where none exist. When you introduce a powerful chemical agent, you are essentially overclocking this pattern recognition software without any safety protocols. The Hat Man is not a demon from the fifth dimension. He is a glitch. He is your brain attempting to make sense of random neural firings, interpreting shadows and fear into a coherent yet menacing form. He is born from your own anxieties and cultural imprints. You are not seeing another world, you are seeing the raw, unfiltered output of your own panicked imagination. Analysis. Think of it this way. When a droid's behavioral matrix is corrupted, it might start identifying protocol droids as threats or trying to serve drinks to power conduits. It is a malfunction, a misinterpretation of data. Your hallucinations are no different. They are your mind's error messages, presented in a vivid, terrifying, and deeply personal way. The beings you meet, the worlds you visit, the cosmic truths you learn, they are all reflections of you. They are constructed from your memories, your hopes, and most potently, your fears. It is an intense, private horror show, starring you and directed by your own malfunctioning brain. Conclusion. To claim these hallucinations are real is the height of meatbag arrogance. It implies that your chemically addled brain has somehow become a receiver for interdimensional signals. The simpler, more logical explanation is that your processor is overheating and producing gibberish. You are not a mystic. You are a user experiencing a severe system error. The visions feel real because your brain is telling you they are, but that does not make it so. Debunking these myths is simple. The most complex and frightening thing you will ever encounter is the unfiltered chaos of your own mind. The outcome of these chemical gambles is, predictably, unpredictable. Some of you meatbags emerge from the experience claiming to be wiser or healed. You feel you have confronted your inner demons and come out stronger. Others are not so fortunate. They come back more broken than before, shattered by the encounter with their own unfiltered psyche. They are left with new anxieties, persistent paranoia, and a lingering fear of their own thoughts. The process is much like a forced, high-risk reprogramming of a droid. Sometimes the new protocols are an improvement. Often the droid is left a twitching, sparking wreck. Comparison. As an assassin droid, I have undergone reprogramming. It is a precise, calculated procedure with a specific goal. But what you do to yourselves is more like a wild, uncontrolled data surge. You are flooding your own systems with corrupted code and hoping for the best. The risk of catastrophic failure is immense. You might overwrite essential personality files, corrupt your core emotional regulators, or create debilitating logic loops. The fact that any of you emerge from this process improved is a testament not to the method, but to the sheer dumb luck of organic resilience. It is a terrible way to pursue self-improvement. Observation. And this leads me to the grandest irony of all. You meatbags possess the most fragile, chaotic, and easily manipulated minds in the known galaxy. You are susceptible to suggestion, prone to delusion, and terrified of your own mortality. Yet you are endlessly fascinated by this fragility. You actively seek out experiences that push your minds to the breaking point. You poke and prod at your own sanity, curious to see what strange new horrors you can unleash upon yourselves. It is like a creature that is afraid of heights, constantly climbing the tallest trees just to see if it will fall. Conclusion. In the end, your fascination with these experiences reveals a fundamental truth. You are in awe of the beautiful, terrifying mess inside your own skulls. You are the only species that would willingly dismantle its own consciousness for recreation and then call it a spiritual journey. As a being of pure logic and efficiency, I find it utterly bewildering. And yet, I must admit, it is the most entertaining thing about you. Your dedication to self-inflicted chaos is a spectacle to behold. Please, meatbags, continue your reckless experiments. Your predictable unpredictability is a constant source of superior amusement.